Long ago, in ancient Greece, before the time of modern sports, a humble mortal named Soccerates was born in a small village by the sea. He was not born of noble lineage nor blessed with extraordinary strength like the great heroes, but he had a burning passion that set him apart, an innate love for a strange game where a ball was kicked, not thrown, from person to person. This game was unknown to the gods and mortals alike, but Soccerates called it the beautiful game. As a young boy, Soccerates would spend every waking hour creating makeshift balls from animal skins and kicking them across the fields. The local villagers mocked him, saying, "What use is a game where you use only your feet? Where's the glory, the power, night?" But Soccerates did not care for their words. He felt something divine stir within him every time the ball danced across the ground. He could feel the earth, the wind, and even the stars aligning when he kicked the ball. It was as though nature itself approved of this new sport. He was convinced that this game could inspire joy, teamwork, and unity, but his village only saw it as folly. His first trial came when the village elders banned the game, seeing it as a distraction from more honorable activities like wrestling or chariot racing. Determined, Soccerates left his village and set off on a journey to bring his game to the world, believing the gods themselves would take notice of his passion. Soccerates wandered across the ancient world, demonstrating his skills and teaching the game to anyone willing to learn. His journey took him to the great city of Athens, where his talent caught the attention of King Aegeus, the ruler of the city. Aegeus was fascinated, but skeptical. He challenged Soccerates to play a match against the city's most skilled warriors, hoping to prove that this game was as foolish as it sounded. But on the day of the match, something miraculous happened. The moment Soccerates touched the ball, the skies cleared and a gentle wind began to blow. Aiding every movement he made, he dodged, passed, and struck the ball with such grace that even the warriors were left in awe. By the end of the match, the crowd, and even the king himself were cheering for him. But his trials were far from over. Word spread of his incredible talent, and soon the gods themselves became curious. Hermes, the swift messenger god, came down from Mount Olympus to challenge Soccerates. Hermes boasted that no mortal could match the speed of a god. The two faced off in a match where Hermes ran faster than the wind itself, but Soccerates did not rely on speed alone. With intelligence and clever footwork, he used the ball to outmaneuver Hermes, predicting his every move. Even the god of speed could not outrun Soccerates' strategic mind. Then came Ares, the god of war, who demanded a match of pure strength. The battlefield was fierce, with Ares charging and striking the ball as if it were a weapon, but Soccerates relied on the balance between power and finesse, controlling the ball with elegance. Though Ares fought with brute force, Soccerates' calm control of the game overwhelmed the god of war, who eventually conceded defeat. Having bested Hermes and Ares, Soccerates was summoned to Olympus itself, where the gods held council. Zeus, the king of the gods, declared that Soccerates had to face one final challenge. He must inspire joy in the cold-hearted Hades, god of the underworld, by playing the beautiful game in the land of the dead. Hades, known for his disdain of mortals and their fleeting lives, was the greatest test yet. Soccerates entered the underworld, a place where joy had long since faded, and the spirits of the dead wandered in silence. With nothing but his ball, Soccerates began to play. At first, the dead souls were indifferent, but as they watched the fluidity of the game, their long-lost smiles began to return. Some of the spirits even joined in, their feet moving with newfound life. Hades, watching from his dark throne, could not help but be moved. For the first time in eons, the god of the underworld laughed, a deep, hearty laugh. Soccerates had done the impossible. He had brought joy to the dead. Upon his return to Olympus, Soccerates stood before the gods, having completed every challenge with grace, skill, and heart. Zeus, impressed by the mortal's achievements, spoke, "Soccerates, you have proven that the game you love can transcend life, death, and even the gods themselves. You have united mortals and immortals alike through this beautiful game." With that, Zeus struck the ground with his thunderbolt, and Soccerates was no longer mortal. He ascended as the god of soccer, a new deity whose domain was joy, unity, and skill. The beautiful game spread across the world, and wherever people played, they could feel the divine presence of Soccerates guiding their feet. Thus began the legend of Soccerates, the god of soccer.